Well, hey there. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the Minecraft modder and just show you the things that are new. You can see I have already opened a project here with the base mod. There's a block, and that's actually the first big improvement. Now there isn't the texture slot there for the single texture, but instead a edit block button. If you click this edit block button, a window opens with a block model editor. So this works the following way. In the right there are listed all cuboids that make up the final block model. Like for example this log 1, that would be one of those logs, log 2, log 3, and so forth. On the left side you can see the UV textures. A good example would be this log 3 with the north texture somewhere. Here it has scaled the texture now. The brighter rectangle in the texture is actually the polygon to which this texture gets mapped, and so you can edit the looks of this object. In the bottom here you can see all the different options you have for a single cuboid, like the dimensions. I can set those to 4. Now this log is wider, and you can edit all those, then the translation to position them in this space, the rotation, which would be here the midpoint or the point around which it rotates, the axis, the rotation axis, and the degrees to rotate. And Minecraft at the moment only supports those -45, -22.5, 0, 22.5 and 45 degrees. But basically you can make your own block models now. So that's the first improvement. You can also set if they are rotatable, so they face the player when they are placed. But you can also always deactivate it if you want to. Important thing to say is that the auto detect transparency only is affected by the textures. So if the textures have alpha values in them, the auto detect will set the block to transparent. But like in this example, if the block is not a full block, meaning there are some spots left through which you can see, then you have to check the transparent option yourself. Well, the next thing that was added is under the GUI tab you can see the crafting table, and here you are now actually able to make your own crafting recipe, also involving your custom items and custom blocks. So in this example, 5 apples in this cross shape will create 2 test items. If you double click on those items, there is a dialog in which you can set the count, but of course if you want to, you could always just pick another one and drop it on there, and you can see now there are 3. This option with the count of the items is actually disabled in this crafting window, so if I put another apple here, the count doesn't increase. That's just determined by a flag in the code. So this checkbox down here determines if the recipe is a shaped recipe or a shapeless. In this case it's shaped, but the next one is a shapeless one. So you can position these items in the crafting table however you want. So yeah, those would be the new features of the modder. And of course there were also some major improvements in the code itself to make it more readable, and also the code documentation is made now with Doxygen and all sorts of stuff like that. And now that you actually can see that it works, I'll quickly compile the mod and run it for you. Yeah, actually that's another improvement. With the later, the earlier versions of the program, it sometimes looked like it's crashing because the console wasn't in a second thread, and that's fixed now. So yeah, that's just another improvement. Now go to the single player, load the world, and now you can see here the cauldron, our custom block model, and the crafting recipes were apples in this cross shape, which yields you 2 test items. Then I think it was an apple and a test item in a shapeless recipe, which would give you 32 apples. So yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching, and until next time.